Hi guys, Mr. Edwards here, and today I'll be looking at mental health, in particular the subject of resilience. Alright, so dealing with trauma, overcoming problems in life. All of us face different problems in life, lots of different challenges that we might have to overcome. How do people with difficult events that change their lives, how do they deal with these? So events such as the death of a loved one, losing a job, serious illness, for instance, terrorist attacks, other traumatic events. How do people develop ways of coping with those? Essentially, that's what we'll be looking at. So many people react to these circumstances with lots of different emotions and often with uncertainty. Um, what the scientists have found, though, is generally over a long period of time, people tend to adapt to these situations and stressful conditions, even though at the time that they first experience it, it might seem really overwhelming. So, what we're going to look at is what enables them to do so. This involves resilience, which is an ongoing process that requires time and effort and engages people in taking a number of different steps. Okay. So we'll look at a little definition there for resilience. Resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or even stress. On the left there, I've got a little Japanese proverb. It says, resilience, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. So it's developing that ability to bounce back from some type of adversity. It's not a trait that people either have or don't have. It's really a process that involves behaviors, thoughts, and actions, and it's something that individuals develop over time. A resilient person still grieves and feels sadness, but they develop ways to adapt and deal with that sadness. Okay, so factors that influence our resilience. Studies have shown that the primary factor in resilience is having caring and supportive relationships within and outside the family. Relationships that create love and trust, provide role models, and offer encouragement and reassurance. They help bolster a person's resilience. Okay, so having people around you, whether in your family or friends, that are able to help care for you, help give you confidence, and also people that you can talk to about things is a massive way for people to build resilience in themselves. There's additional factors. These kind of things involve capacity to make realistic plans and take steps to carry them out, a positive view of yourself and confidence in your strengths, skills in communication and problem solving, the capacity to manage strong feelings and impulses. So all of these are factors that people can develop in themselves, and they're sort of skills that over time you can develop so that your resilience is greater. So when one of those instances that was in the first slide there comes up in your life, you're able to find a way to cope with that, and you're able to use those people around you to get through that and come out the other side. Okay, so really important when developing resilience is learning from your past. So understanding that you've been in situations before that you thought were really difficult, and you've got through those. Understanding that that's a natural part of life. Is dealing with these issues. So learning from your past and being able to use those experiences in the future. Focusing on past experiences and sources of personal strength can help you learn a bit about what strategies for building resilience might work for you. Exploring answers to the following questions, so you see the ones over there on the right, will help you develop your own ways of dealing with these stressful situations and developing resilience. Okay, so thinking about these questions on the right here, how you respond to them will help you understand the ways that you can develop your own resilience. So what kind of events have been most stressful for me? How have those events typically affected me? How have I found it helpful to think of important people in my life when I'm distressed? To whom have I reached out for support in working through a traumatic or stressful experience? What have I learned about myself and my interactions with others during difficult times? Has it been helpful for me to assist someone else going through a similar experience? Have I been able to overcome obstacles, and if so, how? What has helped me feel better about the future? Okay, so looking at your past, thinking about those kind of things, you might be able to find some different ways that you didn't even realize you used to help cope. So you use them as coping mechanisms, or different people, or different things. I know for myself, I like to take time out, and going to the gym is an awesome way for me to build my resilience and help me cope with issues that might arise in my life. Humor as well is one that I enjoy, which I will share with you right now. So I used to work at a calendar factory, but I got the sack for taking too many days off. Thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoyed that one. All right, so I am skipping ahead there. Okay, how can we build our resiliency then, hey? So making connections in important relationships, as discussed just before. Accepting change is a natural part of life. So as human beings, we're quite resistant to the idea of change, even though it is one of the most natural things in the world. So accepting that change is going to happen and being able to deal with that. Moving towards goals in your life. So setting goals and always making sure you're moving towards them will help you feel like you're not stagnating and getting stuck. Taking decisive action. When something does come up and you're not sure what to do, at least making a decision and moving in a direction will help you feel better about it. Look for opportunities to self-discover. Try and be positive as much as possible. I really do believe that every situation there is at least some type of silver lining, or there is some type of learning that can be taken from it. Take care of yourself. Keep things in perspective. Don't let those little things end up blowing up. Take care of yourself. That's it twice. Be hopeful about the future and try to look beyond the negative things in life there. All right. So when we're feeling like we're struggling to cope and we don't feel like we're able to deal with the issues that we've got there, looking for help is really important, as we discussed before. Having friends and family who can help you work through things. So getting help when you need it is crucial in building your resilience. Beyond caring for family members and friends, people often find it helpful to turn to self-help and support groups, such as community groups. They can aid people struggling with hardships, such as the death of a loved one. Sharing information, ideas, and emotions. Group participants can assist one another and find comfort in knowing that they are not the only ones experiencing that difficulty. So they can be useful. Books and other publications by people who have successfully managed adverse situations, such as surviving cancer. And these are useful because these stories can motivate readers to find a strategy that might work for them personally. Last one there is online resources. So obviously the internet. There's a lot of information on the web that can be helpful sources of ideas. So the quality of information, the quality of information varies among different sources, obviously, so you have to be careful of what you are reading. For many people, using their own resources and the kinds of help listed above may be sufficient for building resilience. At times, however, an individual may feel that they're really stuck or have difficulty in making progress on that road to developing resilience, and in that case, that's when they'll need to turn to some professional help. So almost done here, guys. Whoops, skipped ahead again. Professional help, where do you go? So a licensed mental health professional, such as a psychologist, can assist people in developing an appropriate strategy for moving forward. So they'll help people work out what the best coping mechanisms are for them. It's important to get professional help if you feel like you're unable to function or perform basic activities of daily living as a result of traumatic experience or other stressful life experience. So if you find that you really can't function, can't get up in the morning, the things you enjoy doing, you're not enjoying doing, that's definitely a time that you need to go and see a health professional like a psychologist to try and work out how you can come up with ways to deal with that. All right, that's it, guys. So my sign off is stay classy, Huratonga. So you stay classy and just watch out for this fella.